Decentro Media's presence at the World Blockchain Summit in Singapore is brought to you in part by Latium, tokenizing the gig economy and also increasing online profile integrity with a proof of human verification system. Check it out at latium.org.
Hi everyone, I'm Decentro from Decentro Report. I'm reporting from the World Blockchain Summit here in Singapore. I'm with Ainsley, the CEO of the Clarity Project. Ainsley, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's fantastic to be here.
Yeah, no worries. So how has this event been treating this project?
Fantastic. It's been really busy. We went to a similar event that they ran in Frankfurt, and they're a lovely organization to work with, and it's just been an amazing day. It's so busy here.
Yeah, this has been a really busy booth, and I'm not surprised it's been busy.
Good.
This is a really high quality project, which is one reason I'm here. It's a really special project because the Clarity Project ICO has official backing by the Jersey Financial Services Commission. Can you explain the details of that and also explain the significance?
Fantastic. Well, just to start and just to be clear, the JFSC, or the Jersey Financial Services Commission, has just issued guidance notes on, I think it was the 12th of July actually, for ICO issuers. So they're not giving regulatory approval for them, they're giving consent. So it just means, so they're not saying we're regulating this ICO, what they're actually saying is we're making sure that they adhere to particular governance standards, so that they have an auditor in place, that they have got a proper information memorandum, that we've got a regulated trust and service company provider who's providing administration to the ICO and to the companies and sitting on the board. So it's more, and that we're adhering to anti-money laundering regulations and know your client regulations. So it's more about providing comfort to investors that we're doing everything we can for the Jersey board is doing everything they can to protect institutional investors and any other investors as well. So it's not necessarily that they're regulating it, but they're going to give us consent to operate as an ICO. And so, as the guidance notes was only issued on the 12th of July, we will likely be one of the first ICOs under the new guidance notes to receive consent from them. Absolutely. So we have appointed a firm of auditors. We have a strong information memorandum which includes all the normal risk warnings for investors that one would expect. We also have appointed a trust administrator to oversee the ICO and to be on the board. So we've done everything we can to adhere to the guidance notes, and they're publicly available. So they are a balanced approach to ICOs, because as we know, some jurisdictions have outright banned them, and some have put a series of regulations on them, and this is a really balanced approach from the Jersey Financial Services Commission. They're used to dealing as an offshore entity with offshore organizations, and because of the changes in offshore, they're trying to be at the forefront of cryptocurrency and blockchain, and recently they've signed a deal with Binance as well. So that just shows you how serious they are taking ICOs and blockchain and cryptocurrencies.
All right, so what is that deal all about? So that would be between the Jersey Financial Services Commission and Binance?
Yes, I think they're actually launching an exchange in Jersey. So I think they're launching a fiat to crypto exchange in Jersey.
Okay, I see. All right. So it'll look a little bit more like Gibraltar is now.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Right. And it's nice to see you being really careful with the language you're using to describe the relationship between the Commission and this project. So,
well, we know, the relationship between regulators and the crypto world, and they are taking a really good approach and a balanced approach, and one that we would welcome. And so it's important that we acknowledge that they have certain rules in place as well, and that we're not putting out that they're doing something that they're not doing.
So is Jersey signaling to the rest of the world with this move that they want more people coming in?
Absolutely.
Having their company based in Jersey.
Absolutely.
Using that territory as the launch platform for the ICO?
Very much so.
Okay, and having gone through the process, would you recommend to potential ICOers to indeed base themselves in Jersey?
A very professional body. I've known them from the past because I worked with KPMG in Guernsey, which was the other Channel Island, and we had an office in Jersey. So they're very professional, very good to deal with, and I absolutely 100% recommend that somebody looks at Jersey as a jurisdiction going forward.
All right, that's good to know, and it's good to know that there's more avenues opening up for a greater choice in the industry.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's great, and it sounds like they haven't been a hindrance.
No.
Which regulatory bodies can
Absolutely, they're taking a really strong balanced approach, and I think that's really welcome for of course it is.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so let's talk about the project itself. One of the reasons I'm here is because I noticed your focus is to help small businesses.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, with the likes of Amazon really taking a huge piece of the pie, smashing small businesses just because they're so huge, it's really nice to see an effort for small businesses. So can you get into the details of the Clarity Project and how it will help small businesses, please?
Fantastic. Well, we want to empower entrepreneurs and small business owners to change the world. We are passionate about small business, and our whole vision and mission is to help small businesses create a better business for themselves, a better life for their family and for their team, and ultimately for us to create a better world and help inspire them to do the same as well. So we know that small businesses power the global economy. There's 168 million small businesses worldwide.
Right.
30 million in the US, 5.7 in the UK alone.
Right.
They represent 95% of businesses around the world. So they are so important to the world economy. And as an organization, we want to do everything we can to support small business owners. And they suffer we find from three big challenges.
Okay, what are those challenges?
So the first one is cash.
Yeah.
So growing businesses just consume cash. It's the rule of business. Businesses consume cash. And cash flow management is really, really critical. But not only that, small business owners find it really difficult to get access to funding as well, because we know that it's very difficult to scale from your existing reserves. You do need access to outside funding. Now, whether that's from a lender, or whether it's from an institutional investor, to scale your business truly, you're going to need access to cash. And small business owners tend to be blocked from that. So financial institutions don't understand small businesses. They feel, I think, the lack of governance or the perceived lack of governance in small businesses puts them off a little bit.
Okay.
And for institutional investors, the cost of due diligence is so high that they're only looking at deal sizes of 5 million sterling plus. So that's, a pretty large deal.
Right, so small businesses just go under the radar.
Absolutely.
But as a whole is a tremendous opportunity.
Oh, I mean, everybody understands the power of small business, and everybody wants to get involved in small business. It's up to now they haven't known how to do that.
It's been logistically difficult.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are the other challenges?
The other challenges are understanding their numbers. So small business owners are really good creatively and really good at keeping and getting customers, but sometimes they don't really have a huge understanding of their numbers, or sometimes they don't even get them full stop. So I think it's really, really important that we help small business owners understand their financial performance, understand the insights that the numbers are giving them on their business, so that they know that they're taking the right decisions for their business and for growth and for improvement. So it's really, really important that we do that.
All right, and the third challenge?
Yeah, the third challenge is planning. So small businesses are nimble, flexible, innovative, but they lack certain elements of corporate governance of larger organizations. So financial planning, strategic planning. I mean, I've been an accountant for 20 plus years, and my clients spend more time planning their next holiday often than planning their business. So they really need help from a planning perspective.
Okay.
So that's really, really critical. So we're developing an online platform that will cover those three big challenges, plus more.
So to summarize, the three challenges are access to liquidity, having the financial sense to know what to do with the balance sheet,
Absolutely.
And how to plan for the future.
Yes.
And then the third point was actual planning.
Yes, and having a business development program to help them succeed and scale their business.
Okay, so really sounds like you're very passionate about solving these problems.
Definitely.
Can I just quickly ask, what's the source of this drive? Like, I'm really feeling the energy from you when you talk about this project. You said initially you're really motivated to help small businesses.
Yeah.
Where's the source of that passion?
I suppose when I grew up, my dad left big business and set up his own business, and so as a family we understood the challenges of small business and the lack of support generally. Lots of small business owners have lots of friends, but a lot of them are employed, and maybe they don't understand the challenges that they're facing or understand the issues that they're going through, and so often they don't really have somebody to talk to. And accountants historically have been the trusted business advisor, but accountants tend to focus on just compliance, accounts and tax returns, and not really being that kind of trusted sounding board that business owners really, really need. And when I worked at KPMG, I could see the services and what they were offering larger corporates and the level of care and consulting knowledge and advice they were giving. And when I went to small businesses and worked with small businesses, they just didn't have that. So for me, it was a drive to bring that level of knowledge, experience, and consulting advice to small business owners who deserve it. And it's important that we support small businesses.
That's really cool. I had a feeling it was going to be something really deep rooted in your history, and it was your dad. So what was this small business, just quickly?
So he was involved in industrial machines,
Right.
so forklift trucks and industrial cleaning machines. So he worked with a large corporate and then went out on his own training and selling. So
Okay, well, there's no doubt the energy behind this project is very significant. I can attest to that, no doubt. So the three challenges, how is the Clarity project going to tackle them? Let's go through them one by one.
One by one. So we're building an online platform where business owners can store all their financial and non-financial data in a secure wallet or data room environment. So all their financial data will be taken via APIs from the likes of Xero or QuickBooks Online or Sage 1, for example. So a lot of the cloud accounting software that's around at the moment that's really powering small businesses and making a massive difference to small businesses. So we'll take that via API. We're looking to use that data, benchmark them against their competitors. We're also looking to give them analytics, key performance indicators, show them what they're doing and how they're doing it, and give them some business insights into the business. We're also looking to gamify that data to try and make it more fun.
Right.
Sometimes small business owners get so into the day-to-day that they tend to not stand back, and this is about giving them a fun environment as well to play,
That's
to grow.
really important.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the financial side of it, but they can store any data on our platform. So I suppose it's any asset really, other than cash, crypto, or plant and machinery. So any intangible asset they can store on this data room. So staff contracts, policies, procedures, insurance agreements, loan agreements, anything that can be stored in. And we're going to use the power of blockchain to give third-party verification to that data. So that's not been done before. So there are.
And that's where investors can come in because they can verify the status of a business.
They will, yeah, absolutely. So
and
they will
where it stands in the competition with other similar businesses.
Definitely.
Should they or should they not get the loan? You guys will help with access to that data.
Definitely.
In a transparent, verifiable manner.
Correct.
That's really cool.
It is cool.
I like it.
Yes.
Right?
So there are, Dropbox does exist, and there are organizations out there who have software as a service providers who are doing performance and data analytics, but no two have combined the two together, and certainly nobody's using gamification to do that and to push that forward. So, and then it's the blockchain on top gives the icing on the cherry on top.
Yeah. So I've started my own business too many times, more than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
And you have this vision of how great it's going to be, and if you follow your passion, you think it's going to be fun, but it ends up, especially if it's tough, being a grueling process.
Absolutely.
So, how are you going to gamify small business ownership in that?
Well, we're going to have leaderboards. So we'll have leaderboards in industries or locations or regions, and so it's going to be with badges, and we're going to reward people with tokens. So we're going to make it a little bit more fun. We'll show them the numbers that they need to be hitting to really drive success in their business.
Right.
And then we can have them compete and have a fun element to business.
And maybe a game of cricket on the weekends.
Possibly.
Right.
Well, hopefully their business is performing so well
that
they're really on top of their time management and that they get to spend more time with their family, which is really important.
Yeah. So the Clarity platform, can I call it a platform?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the platform, it sounds like you're taking decades and decades worth of development in big companies and how they've streamlined processes and giving access to that technology to everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
This has been a years in development, really. I mean, all the founders have been involved in advising small businesses for 20 years plus each. We've all been developing business accelerator programs at different stages of our development, and we've all had different ideas on how businesses can move forward. So, we're all tech-based. We all love technology. We've all been early adopters of technology and technological solutions and delivering scalable solutions for small businesses because, we've got a team too. We're small businesses ourselves. And we've been helping small businesses grow. So it's been really important for us to be able to say, well, if it works for us, it should work for you too. And so, yes, it's a vast experience that's going into helping small businesses grow.
So last year I was, making career decisions, and I was considering buying into a franchise.
Yeah.
And it's a franchise in New Zealand revolving around renovations. And when I went to the meeting, it turned out I didn't pay, obviously, because I'm here. I was going to pay $100,000 for access to their highly streamlined online platform, which helps small businesses organize themselves and thrive based on their backbone platform. So that would have cost me $100,000, which I thought was pretty expensive. Now it sounds like you guys are providing, not just for a renovation business, but for any business, a similar environment.
It is a similar environment. It won't be specific to industries. So I think the difference with us and our franchise, so yes, we will be helping in general small businesses do the right things because we know what makes business work, and it works for all businesses. But I suppose what you're buying with a franchise is a little bit more than that. You're maybe buying codes and systems and websites and ways of operating procedures specific to that way of doing it. So you're buying a McDonald's effectively, often with a franchise. So it's not quite the same, I think. I'm hopefully not crushing that franchise. So just but effectively, yes, a franchise is possibly giving business owners a little bit more IP, and maybe they're paying for that privilege. But it does sound a high price to pay.
Yeah, to be honest, there really wasn't much plus alpha added on top of their platform.
Hence, you didn't invest.
Hence, and hence I'm here covering this awesome project. So, the cost, what will it cost a small business to engage with Clarity?
On an ongoing basis, the monthly price for the platform is in fiat, because small business owners are going to understand fiat, and obviously the market price of a token hasn't been established yet, will be approximately £100. That's $140 a month. Now, comparable systems are, with just on the benchmarking and the number analytics, are around that price. So they'll be getting a hell of a lot more for it. We will have a free version, so people will be able to put their data on and get some very basic insights and analytics, and then they will be able to use in-app purchases to get more and more and more. So we know the power of this. We know how great it's going to be. So we want as many business owners to get involved as possible. And our connections to the accounting networks and the various accounting institutions and bodies and software providers that we've worked with for a long, long time, we're going to be helping get them to understand the power of this as well. So it's, we're hoping for a quick adoption and a big adoption.
So I noticed the Zero with an X logo is on your website. Is that an official partnership, or is that just them saying, yeah, you can use our APIs?
Yeah, no, that's just them using APIs. We have no formal strategic partnerships with any of the organizations yet. So we will be agnostic from that perspective. So if somebody's using QuickBooks Online, they're using Sage 1, or they're using Zero, we'll use those open APIs to get the data out and then use that from us.
So those logos are just signaling to potential clients which gateways they'll have between their accounting and the platform.
We know the power of cloud accounting, and we know how strong those cloud accounting solutions are, and we're just saying to people, if you're using one of those cloud accounting solutions, then this is definitely going to be the right product for you.
How far along is the platform developed?
We're absolutely in development phase at the moment, so we're hoping to launch we're hoping to launch our first version in Q3 next year. And that's all detailed in our white paper. So yes, it's in development mode at the moment.
And the experience going into the project comes from?
So we've got a really strong development team.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we've got a very strong development team who've got a really good knowledge of smart contracts, Ethereum platform. So we're going to be based on, it's an ERC20 utility token. So it's going to be on the Ethereum platform, and they've done this a number of times before. The actual software from the data room perspective and from the benchmarking and analytics perspective already exists. So, it would depend on how much money we raise in the token sale, whether we would go and acquire some of that knowledge or whether we would actually build it ourselves. We have the capability in-house to do that. It just will take us a little bit longer. We could get to market quicker.
So I noticed you got the UN Sustainable Development Goals on the poster here. What's that all about?
Well, we believe in creating a better world for our business owners and small business owners around the world, but we also know that we all have a responsibility in this world. The UN launched the Sustainable Development Goals 3 years ago. And
2050,
2050, absolutely. And that was 193 world leaders launched them together with Sir Richard Branson. And it was the first time that he said a world body recognized that it was small businesses and entrepreneurs that were going to have the ability to change the world, not just a world body. And we know that the goals are 3 years old now, and the progress and performance towards achieving those goals hasn't been as strong as we would all like. They're really, really important. There's 17 goals, and education, for example, is one of the most important, I think, because it underpins a lot of the SDGs. And for example, there's 1 billion people on this planet that can't read and write properly. And that's 1 in 7 people almost.
That is 1 in 7.
And And that's, there's 263 million school children of school children age, of school age that aren't in school. And it's not just access to schooling though, because we know the quality of education is really, really important as well. And they reckon that 50% of those that go through primary education don't have sufficient reading and writing skills, even though they've gone through primary education. So as a part
when we talk about it, a lot of viewers might think, oh, that's a third world stat. But first world nations are a victim of
absolutely.
This problem
The stats in the UK and in the US that I've seen are horrendous.
You just need to interview people on the streets.
It's scary.
Yeah,
so it is a massive problem. And if we keep going the way we're going, we're going to ruin this planet. So it is incumbent upon all of us to do something to change that. And I think what's really, really key is that with small businesses, if we all do just a little bit, then together we can have a massive impact.
Okay, so what is your vision? What is that little bit? How are you specifically contributing to that?
How we contribute is through an organisation called Buy One, Give One. So it's very much like the Tom's model or Warby Parker model. And so every time somebody does business with us, we create an impact, or we help somebody in need. So for us, we've got 3 main projects that we've chosen. So for every time somebody uses a token on our platform, one of 3 things will happen. So we'll either provide education to protect a girl from being trafficked. So that's really, really important, and that's a fantastic organisation that's behind that called Free to Shine, based in Cambodia, and I'm on the advisory board of that.
All right.
The other one is providing a nutritious tree in India to give nutritious meals, so that villages and especially school kids. It's not just about going to school; it's about being present when you're at school, and food and nutrition is an important element to that. And the third thing we're doing is supporting education of social entrepreneurs, so helping them give back as well. So I think that's quite powerful. But a lot of our existing clients and those that were looking to work with us, we're going to try and show them what we're doing and hopefully inspire them to do their little bit too. Because as I said, if 168 million small businesses just did a tiny bit, we'd have a massive impact.
Absolutely. Just before we conclude, is there anything you want to share with the viewers at this time? Anything at all?
Well, I think if you can see the power of this platform, I mean, our vision is huge. This is a big project. I think it's important for businesses to get involved. We can make a massive difference together, so that's all I'm asking people to get involved.
Right. So please, I'm going to have a link in the description box of this video. Check out the Clarity Project by all means. And Ainsley, it was a pleasure meeting you, and thanks for being on the show today.
Yeah, really great. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
If you liked this video, make sure you like and share it. It really helps what we do. Decentro Media is on the ground, revealing the best of the blockchain industry and the people behind it face to face just for you. So please subscribe. Thanks for watching.